A blessed day, everyone! So, here we are once again with our 5th episode in our institutional orientation. At dahil dyan, sana ay kayo po ay nakapag-subscribe na sa ating YouTube channel. But before our session for today, I would just like to have some shout out to our instructors who helped me to create this presentation. So shout out po kay Miss Car Bagyon, kay Miss Vivian Panigbatan, kay Miss Marilet Pascual, kay Miss Florabel Tinte, kay Miss LV Pakinggan, kay Sir Lario Batula, and also kay Ma'am Annabel Gomez. So maraming salamat po sa pagtulong ninyo sa akin para makagawa ng magandang content para sa ating institutional orientation. And so, ngayon naman ang ating pag-uusapan ay ang General Academic Rules and Regulations in our university, and we will begin with the topic Academic Policies to be followed by the Academic Load and Class Attendance, and lastly, the Student Conduct. Let's begin with Academic Policies. For the academic policies, bibigyan natin ng pansin ang ating admission and retention. So, because of the Resolution number 52 series of 2018, the Board of Regents approved the resolution on the revised policy on admission and retention for undergraduate programs and obligations of students who avail the Republic Act 10931 or the Free Education in Higher Education. So, ayan, approve po talaga yung mga policies for our admission and retention. So, ano ba yung sinasabi dito sa admission natin? So, definitely kasama kayo dito, no? Kasi kayo ay na-admit at kayo ay nagtitake na ng ating institutional orientation. So, let's try to check this. For regular freshman students, ayan po ang ating 3 checks. Graduate of senior high school under the Humanities and General Academic Strands tracks or the different tracks that is mandated by the DepEd and aligned with the track of the Commission on Higher Education. Pass the college entrance exam with 70% passing rate. So for the others, and especially for this year, hindi po tayo nagkaroon ng entrance examination, but what we had is the screening of your GPA or grade point average, or even what we call the GWA or grade weighted average. And of course, one of your requirements would be your good moral character certification from your previous school's guidance coordinator or guidance counselor. And then for transferees, shiftees. Yung shiftees, yan yung nagpalit ng kurso mula sa, let's say from BSIT, lumipat siya into BS in Psychology. Pero kailangan guided pa rin tayo ng ating policies. And including our returnees, these students must be graduates of senior high school under the specific tracks, so dapat magkakatulad ng tracks. And then the transferees should also pass the college entrance exam with 70% passing rate, or kung hindi man yung college entrance exam, yung kanya pong GPA or GWA would still be considered dapat mataas din po. And that average of the GPA would be not less than 2.25 or equivalent to that, lalo na kapag kinonvert sa grading system ng CvSU. Later, makikita niyo po yan. And shouldn't have a grade below 3.0 on all subjects. So, ito yung mga checklist natin in order to admit the students in our university. So, ito yung mga tracks na binabanggit natin. We have the STEM, we have the UMS, we have the GAS, the ABM, and TVL. All degree programs in CvSU IMUS are actually patterned under specific tracks from their senior high school. So, hindi ka pwede ganong mag-cross, diba? Kunyari, nasa STEM ka. Tapos gusto mong tumakbo sa another strand. Ang tanong, andyan ba yung program mo or yung course mo? And then for the retention, ayan, sino nga ba mga karapat-dapat na magstay at magpatuloy sa ating mga semesters na darating? So para tong Squid Game, no? May mga na-eliminate. Pero dapat makaproceed tayo hanggang dulo, which is your graduation. These are the criteria. Students may be retained provided that the following conditions had been met. There you have it. Our GPA should not be less than 2.50. So kapag consistent 3.0 lahat ng grades mo, naku po, delikado na. Nagdedelikado ka. That can be a ground for you not to be retained in the university. For the incoming second-year students, they should pass the qualifying exam for some programs. Ang education, alam ko, meron silang qualifying exam. Ang psychology, meron din po. However, sa other programs, mukhang wala po akong naririnig, but there are also some programs who are planning to have their qualifying exams to ensure that quality is greater than quantity. Ibig sabihin, mas maganda na quality ang students natin kesa sa mas marami. Mamaya ang dami-dami ng estudyante pero hindi naman quality. Diba? So dapat we have to ensure quality is prioritized over quantity because we want to be globally competitive in the workforce arena. And then with 60% passing rate, yung tinutukoy dito na 60% passing rate is 60% of all the subjects. Okay, pero kung grade mismo, 70% ang ating passing. So kapag meron kang 10 subjects, dapat 6 out of those 10 subjects, dapat talagang pasado, magaganda yung grades, di ba? And also, you shouldn't have a grade below 3.0 for the minor subjects and no grade below 2.5 for the major subjects. Pag-usapan naman natin ngayon yung grading system. So dito, baka manibago kayo, no? So, CvSU follows the absolute grading system, and what we have here is a definition of absolute grading. It actually refers to a marking system where instructors pre-specify performance standards. It is inflexible. Ibig sabihin, if somebody gets below 70 and the student fails, the teacher will not, ulitin natin, the teacher will not make any adjustments to the grades. Why? Because absolute is based around fixed percentage scales that may be constraining for students who all receive a low grade, for instance. So pag sinabi natin absolute, ang zero talaga yan. Hindi siya pwedeng si 0 ay naging 20. O kaya 0 ka na nga sa exam pero ang grade mo 50%. Diba? So kapag sinabing absolute, kung ano yung nakuha mo, yun talaga yung nakuha mo. Ito naman yung ating transmutation table for all programs na to even for each subject. So dyan natin makikita yung tinatawag nating, uy, uno, uy, naku po, may muntik nang tumagilid, sumabit na, muntik nang maging tres. Kasi bakit? Bakit natin sinasabing tres? Lalo na mamahirap kapag nag-4 ka, naku po naman. Ayan, lalo-lalo na kapag 5. Kapag umulan ng 5, naku po. Ang ating retention, definitely maapektuhan. Maaring mawala tayo sa CvSU. Maaring mawala sa atin yung tina-target natin na free education. So, ito po. We have the 1.00, 125, 1.5, 175, 2.00, 225, 2.5, 275, and the grade of 3.00. Sabi natin kanina, 70% passing. Definitely, kapag naka-70 ka, dun ka lang magiging tres. Medyo pressure to kasi kung isipin mo, 10 items yung exam. Dapat maka-7 out of 10 ka. Kasi yun ang equivalent sa 70. At take note, yung 7 out of 10 mo, tres lang pala katumbas. So, dapat lalo tayo magpursige pagdating sa college. This is no longer a time for spoon feeding. Hindi na ito dapat, wala naman kasi sinabi si teacher, walang sinabi si instructor. So, hindi ako nag-aral. Dapat independent na tayo. You have to be very prepared at all times. And that preparation is a skill that we want you to have when it comes to your future. Anytime in your workforce, dapat lagi ka rin prepared. Kumbaga, sinasabi nga natin, you can work on your own. So, ganun din dapat sa college. Diba? Kapag pumalo ka na ng 69.9, ako po, sabi nga natin, hindi magbabago si teacher ng grade. Si 69.9, equivalent na yan sa 4.00, which means conditional failure. Ibig sabihin, you will be given one chance. Hindi magbabago si teacher, pero the teacher will provide you with one chance. You will take a removal exam. So, yung removal exam is to remove the grade of 4. Yun nga lang, sabi nga natin, preparation. Because if you fail that removal exam, automatically, magiging 5 po siya. Which means you failed the subject. But if you pass the exam, automatically magiging 3 ka naman po. Regardless na naging 100% yung iyong removal exam, remember, that is to remove your conditional failure status. Hindi po siya to add up dun sa existing grade mo. So, it's either your grade would only be 3.0 or 5.0. And then INC, medyo sa iba nakakabahala yung INC, pero ito po ay maaaring assuming lang na ang grade mo ay let's say nasa 90 na. 90, so 1.75 na yan. But you lacked one requirement, assuming meron kang project na hindi na ipasa. Si teacher, mabait naman, pwede kanyang pagbigyan na ipasa pa yung requirement na yun. But then again, this depends on the standard of your respective teachers. Hindi nyo maaaring i-compare na, ma'am, bakit po si ganito? Pinayagan po ako magpasa, bakit po sa inyo? Hindi. We have our own standards in grading our students. We have our own beliefs. We have our own philosophies. If I value time, definitely, hindi ko natatanggapin ang mga late. But there are some teachers who would value output better than time. Kaya po, magkakaiba din kami ng mga standards. So, you don't have to compare our standards with each other because definitely that is a no-no. So, kapag nag-INC ka at 90 na nga yung grade mo, mapagbibigyan ka pa ng chance ni teacher na baka sakali maging 93 pa yung grade mo o magiging 1.5 ka. O kaya baka naman maging 96.7 pa. So, instead of 1.5, because you lack one requirement and the teacher wants to give you that chance to attain a higher grade, then you will be given a chance for 1 year or 2 semesters. However, kapag hindi mo siya nagawa, meron din tayong consequence. Possible po na tayo ay mag-5 kasi hindi natin na-provide yung ating ikaka-complete ng ating course. Kumbaga, hindi mo nga na-kompleto yung course or yung subject, kaya pinagbibigyan ka ni teacher. And then drop. This is being given to those students who officially drop. Tapos na po ang ating period ng dropping. So, you have to be reminded yung ating mga schedule sa ating registrar because we have a period for dropping the subjects, for retracting all your documents. But as of the moment that we're having the episode 5, tapos na po ang dropping period. And you may also get a grade of drop if your unexcused absences has reached 20% of the total class hours. So, makikita natin yan later pagdating sa class attendance. Bigyan pa natin ng linaw yung paano mag-grade sa ating university. So, we have the raw score. Raw score, yan yung nakuha mo after checking. So, bawat mark, kina-count or frequency counting. And then, of course, we have the total number of items or yan yung perfect score. Let's see. For example, nakakuha ka ng 7. Tapos, lahat ng items would be 15. Siguro kung nasa high school pa kayo or elementary, masaya na kayo sa grade na 7. But, we have to compute it. The 7 divided by 15 is actually equivalent to 46%. So, 7 divided by 15, that would be equivalent to 0.46 times 100. Remember, 0 is 0, so wala yung mga, plus 20 points, plus 50 points, wala po. Times 100 lang yan. So, equivalent 46%. Bagsak tayo. So, you might be thinking, nagawa ko naman yung best ko, pero 7 lang din pala ako. Maybe the best is still not the best when it comes to the absolute grading system. So, tatandaan natin that even if sabihin nating state university tayo, tandaan nyo, free education tayo. At hindi porket free ang education, free ang grades. The more that the quality must be attained. Kasi nga, libre po ang edukasyon, libreng binigay sa inyo, tatapatan nyo naman yan ng inyong intellect. And then the next is, another example wherein you will pass. Ayan, 11/15. Naku po, ibig sabihin sa 15 items, ang passing po ay 11. Yes po, kasi nga po, absolute tayo, 11 divided by 15 is 0.73 times 100, 73%. Doon ka pala magiging pass doon sa quiz na yun. So, masyadong demanding yung ating grading system. You might be thinking why, di ba? So, nabanggit ko naman kanina that we want to ensure quality, na ang free tuition ay hindi equivalent sa free grades. Kaya po, we kept on saying na hindi po basta-basta nakukuha ang grade pagdating sa college. Paghihirapan mo talaga. And as what the others would say, dugo at pawis din talaga po pagdating sa bagay na yan.